Nelson Mandela once said, "The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." These words echo through the ages, resonating with anyone who's ever faced a challenge, a setback, an adversity. In life, adversity is not just a possibility, it's a certainty. It's the storm that tests our resilience, the mountain that dares us to climb. Yet within this adversity, we discover our true strength. It's not about dodging the punches life throws at us. It's about taking the hit, stumbling, maybe even falling, and then rising. Rising with a determination that echoes Mandela's words. Rising with a resilience that's born from the ashes of defeat. Rising with a strength that is fueled by the very challenges that sought to bring us down. Remember, when adversity strikes, it's not about how hard you hit, but how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Now let's delve into a common obstacle we often face: negative self-talk. This invisible foe lurks in the corners of our minds, whispering words of doubt and discouragement. It's the inner critic that tells us we're not good enough, smart enough, talented enough. It's the voice that holds us back from reaching our full potential. Negative self-talk is a pattern of destructive thoughts about oneself. It's a toxic habit that can seep into every aspect of our lives, from our personal relationships to our professional endeavors. It's like a dark cloud that hovers over us, blocking out the positive rays of self-belief and self-confidence. The impact of negative self-talk on our lives can be significant. It can hinder our progress, stunt our growth, and prevent us from achieving our goals. It's like an anchor, dragging us down and keeping us stuck in a sea of self-doubt. It's a barrier that stands between us and our dreams. Psychologists and experts in the field of mental health have studied the destructive power of negative self-talk extensively. They found that it can lead to increased stress, lower self-esteem, reduced mental health, and even physical health problems. It's a vicious cycle that can be hard to break, but not impossible. The good news is that negative self-talk can be managed and overcome. Many experts believe that the first step is awareness. We must recognize and acknowledge our negative self-talk before we can begin to challenge and change it. Once we become aware of our inner critic, we can start to question it, challenge it, and replace it with more positive, empowering thoughts. The power of our thoughts cannot be underestimated. Our minds are incredibly powerful tools, capable of shaping our reality. The words we tell ourselves can either lift us up or tear us down. Remember, it's not about silencing our inner critic completely. It's about learning to navigate our thoughts, to recognize when they're helpful and when they're harmful. It's about turning down the volume on our negative self-talk and turning up the volume on our inner cheerleader. Experts agree the power of our thoughts cannot be underestimated. The first step to overcoming negative self-talk is recognizing it. So how do we conquer this internal adversary? How do we change the narrative in our heads? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The answer lies in a few proven strategies that can help us shift our mindset from negativity to positivity. First and foremost, let's talk about mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being present, of tuning into your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It's about observing your inner dialogue, not as a critic, but as a neutral spectator. When you catch yourself spiraling into a vortex of negative thoughts, mindfulness encourages you to say, "Hold up, let's take a moment to understand this." It's about acknowledging your thoughts, not fighting them. Next, let's delve into the power of positive affirmations. These are personal positive statements that can help you challenge and overcome self-sabotaging and negative thoughts. When you repeat them often and believe in them, you start to make positive changes in your life. These affirmations can be as simple as, "I am capable," "I am strong," or "I am worthy." The key is to choose affirmations that resonate with you, that speak to your heart, and then repeat them until they become your reality. Finally, there are cognitive behavioral techniques. These methods focus on identifying negative thought patterns and replacing them with positive ones. It's about challenging your own assumptions, questioning your negative beliefs, and reframing them in a positive light. For example, instead of thinking, "I always mess up," you might think, "I made a mistake, but I can learn from it and grow." So there you have it, mindfulness, positive affirmations, and cognitive behavioral techniques. 3 powerful tools in your arsenal to combat negative self-talk. Start with one, practice it, master it, and then move on to the next. And remember, change doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, a journey. Remember, the journey to overcoming negative self-talk is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It takes time, patience, and persistent effort. So, what's next? How do we take this knowledge and apply it to our lives, you may ask? The answer lies in action, in taking that first brave step towards challenging your negative self-talk. Remember the strategies we've discussed. They are not mere words, but powerful tools to help you break free from the chains of self-doubt and self-criticism. But don't rush. This journey requires patience, persistence, and above all, a commitment to yourself. Each day is an opportunity, a blank canvas for you to paint your story. Embrace this chance with open arms and a resolute heart. The road won't be easy, but that's where the beauty lies. In every struggle, every stumble, you'll find the strength to rise, to grow, to become more than you ever thought possible. It's time for you to rise above your self-imposed limitations. Challenge your negative self-talk. Embrace the strength within adversity and become the best version of yourself. Start today, because the future is yours to create.